Here's a collection of actual crimes committed by really dumb criminals. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity as we present. Stupid crime stories you just won't believe. In 2015, 47-year-old Nola Williams entered Gatwick Airport in the UK after arriving from Jamaica with a small child and a 49-year-old man named Raymond Goodison. When they arrived, Williams and Goodison went into the baggage claim area separately and only spoke to each other on the shuttle. However, something about the pair caught the attention of police. It could have been that Raymond Goodison was on their radar due to his criminal record for drug smuggling. And here he was coming from Jamaica, which is close to South America. They nearly made it into the country, but were arrested by officers from the National Crime Agency as they tried to get on a train to Victoria Station in London. When police performed a strip search, they found that the woman had 2 plastic bags stitched into each cup of her size 46D bra. The plastic bags held a white powder which was found to be cocaine. The total amount was about 1 kilogram. A forensic scientist later said that the bra weighed 2.5 pounds. Police said that the high-quality cocaine was about 71% pure with a street value of around $220,000. When Goodison was questioned, he claimed he had just met Williams at Kingston, Jamaica Airport and knew nothing of the drugs. However, analysis of their phones shows they were in regular contact in the UK for over a year. In 1991, Goodison was convicted for importing 637 grams of cocaine. He was sentenced to 10 years. In 2009, he was charged with possession with intent to supply heroin and had been jailed for 5 years. He was now out on probation. Despite his past criminal record, Goodison was allowed to bail himself out of jail. However, once he was released, Goodison fled the UK. He is now believed to be in the US or Jamaica. He was convicted and sentenced to 13 years in his absence. It's safe to say that he's probably not showing up to serve those 13 years. In her defense, Williams claimed that she was subjected to human trafficking and forced to smuggle the drugs. Her lawyer argued that Goodison had used her as his mule. In other words, her role was to carry the drugs while he just made sure the delivery was made. The judge then made the following comment regarding her case. "I can't decide on the information I have to the truth, or otherwise what happened to you in Jamaica. But I am prepared to accept you were used by others more capable and sophisticated than you. And you were chosen because you were easily persuaded by the temptation of financial reward." Williams pleaded guilty to 1 count of smuggling cocaine. She was sentenced to 4 years. In 2023, 2 suspects were accused of stealing over $8,000 of merchandise from a Sam's Club store in Georgia. They packed everything from gaming systems to electric toothbrushes into a car. They used a Tesla as their getaway vehicle. However, they forgot just one minor detail. All Tesla cars are electric vehicles, which means you have to charge the battery at some point. The car they were driving only had enough juice to go 10 miles before having to stop at a charging station. And unlike filling up gas-powered cars, electric vehicles take time to charge. Gwinnett County Police quickly found the thieves waiting at a charging station. They later posted pictures on their Twitter page. As you can see, the car was filled with boxes of stolen goods. Police also found several guns and 2 pounds of marijuana. It's unclear whether the Tesla used by the suspects was stolen or not. Depending on the model, a Tesla can drive up to 400 miles on a fully charged battery. Clearly, these crooks didn't do a good job in planning this crime. In 2020, a carjacker in Barstow, California spotted a man sitting in a Tesla Model 3. He approached the vehicle, opened the door and ordered the man out of the car. The owner complied and got out of the vehicle. Once outside, he used the Tesla app on his iPhone to lock the doors to his car. It has been reported that he also used his phone to shut the car down. However, based on our research, the Tesla app does not have a remote shutdown feature. So he may have shut off the car before getting out. Whatever the case, the carjacker was unable to drive away. With the thief caught inside, the owner placed a call to Barstow police. When officers arrived, they found the suspect still locked inside. They said he was sweating profusely and was twitching and blinking his eyes rapidly. His behavior was also erratic and combative. While Tesla Model 3s do have manual unlock buttons for their doors, it's not very obvious. If the suspect was high on something, that would only make it even more difficult to figure out how to open the doors. Police identified the carjacker as 21-year-old Charlie Smith. He was placed under arrest for carjacking and being under the influence of a controlled substance. In 2023, a New Jersey man showed up at a car dealership around 11 a.m. on a Saturday. He wanted to test drive a white GMC Sierra. The man clearly enjoyed driving the shiny new truck. As he looked at the nice roomy interior, he thought to himself, "I'll take it." And that's exactly what he did. He kept driving and never came back. Meanwhile, the folks at the dealership started getting suspicious. However, giving him the benefit of the doubt, they didn't immediately call police. Perhaps the man had an honest face. But after many hours, it became pretty obvious to everyone he had stolen the truck. The dealership then called the Stafford Township Police Department around 8:15 p.m. Shortly after, the truck was spotted by the Tuckerton Borough Police Department. They attempted to stop the vehicle, but it wouldn't stop. Once it left their area, they did not pursue the vehicle any further. Stafford police then received intelligence that the pickup truck was found 40 miles away in the Atlantic City area near the Tropicana Casino. It was in the casino's parking garage. The New Jersey State Police Casino Operations Unit helped locate the man inside the casino. Officials didn't specify what he was doing inside. Maybe he was simply trying to win enough money to pay for the truck. They arrested 47-year-old Jason D'Angelo inside the casino without incident. He was charged with theft and second-degree eluding. He was later transported to Ocean County Jail. In 2014, 3 Missouri teenagers broke into a home. One of the teens, later identified as 17-year-old Devin Gessel, served as the lookout. The other 2, ages 15 and 16, searched the house. They found a very expensive necklace, an $800 tablet, several Xbox gaming consoles and over $800 in cash. They also stole bottles of prescription medicine, including morphine and oxycodone. In addition, they found a box of what they suspected was cocaine. They then left the home and drove off. Gessel, being the ringleader, decided to taste the powder to make sure it was real cocaine. Once he confirmed that it wasn't, he tossed the box out the car window. Well, according to the homeowner, she and her family were visiting relatives in California for Thanksgiving when the break-in occurred. The box of powder was actually her dead father's ashes. Police located the teens by tracking the IP address of one of the stolen Xboxes. The 17-year-old was charged with multiple felonies. His younger companions were charged as juveniles. It seems that when burglars are also drug users, ashes stored in an urn are not safe. There was a similar incident in 2011 when 5 crooks broke into a Florida home. They thought they had found a large stash of cocaine. Like the previous thieves, they tasted the ashes. But unlike the other group, they thought they had found real cocaine and continued to snort it. However, once reports of their burglary hit the airwaves, they got the shocking news. The powder was from the ashes of the homeowner's father and his 2 dogs. When police caught the thieves, they admitted that they started to return the ashes, but decided to ditch them in the lake. Police managed to recover the urns of the father and one of the dogs. All 5 perpetrators were apprehended and charged with various offenses, including residential burglary. In 2012, a Wisconsin man brought a woman home after a night of drinking. When they went to bed, he couldn't sleep because of her loud snoring. So he called 911. You can actually hear the woman snoring in the background. Here is a portion of that call.
I was wondering if you could send an officer over to my place to have somebody physically removed.
Who do you want removed?
Just a girl. She's sleeping in my bed.
She's in your bed right now?
She's just snoring away like a train.
Is that her snoring that I'm hearing?
Yeah, she's snoring like a train. It's like I'm trying to wake her up and she won't wake up.
And she's snoring like a train?
Snoring like a train.
Did you bring her home with you?
Well, I assume so.
Okay, have you both been drinking tonight?
Well, I have.
Okay.
The dispatcher advised the man to leave the room and just let her sleep it off. However, she still sent police to the home in case something more serious was going on. Officers found the woman still asleep and snoring. They woke her up just to make sure it wasn't a medical emergency. They then advised the man, who was obviously drunk, to just sleep on the couch and work things out in the morning. While he was not arrested, they gave him a firm warning about abusing 911. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Our weekly videos will feature such topics as stupid crime stories, classic TV, and the real stories behind popular songs from the past and present. There will be even more categories as we continue to grow.